Hello everyone, thank you for visiting my YouTube channel. Today we're going to be talking about something really bad at Warwick, the headquarters of Jehovah's Witnesses. And if you're a Jehovah's Witness, you need to be asking your elders questions. What's in this video? Your brothers and sisters that's working on this project is in serious danger, health-wise, death, because the governing body made a bad decision. The bad decision was moving their headquarters from New York to Warwick. And what the dangers is, just imagine you bought a ground and you had no clue what was under the ground. Just imagine this stuff here, chemicals, oil, and other stuff is underground. And your brothers and sisters is working around areas, and when you found out the truth, what's under the ground, some of them is walking off the job site, scared, thinking they might have got something that could harm them or eventually will kill them. I recorded a brother that works there, and we will hear what he has to say.
Everybody knows what's been going on basically in the Warwick program and in Warwick in general. There's been a massive contamination of Warwick because of the old metal refinery. The problem with that metal refinery that has been there for a very long time is back when dumping was legal, you just needed, and it wasn't enforced. This little caveat they used to have wasn't enforced, where you could dump anywhere, but you needed to have a list of what you dumped, how much you dumped, and exactly where it was. The problem with that is that it was rarely enforced, I believe back in the 60s and 70s and stuff like that. And, of course, dumping back then, they would also use very cheap aluminum barrels and stuff like that. Now, because of that, the whole area up to the college has been contaminated with very, very horrible chemicals and very, very dangerous metals, including solid state and powdered mercury and uranium that hasn't been messed with yet, but still pretty dangerous in a rough state. And it's just been pouring out. The EPA went out there and they're trying to see whether or not it has gone to the point where it has seeped into the groundwater and how deep it actually goes. And since this company and the subsidiaries who used to, before it went belly up, which were the big conglomerate who used to be part of this, who used to fund them way back when they were around, no idea where it was they exactly dumped everything, and how much exactly what they dumped, where. They have broadened their scope of their water contamination to actually encompass the college campus that's up there. They're mandatorily also there's screening going on for students and teachers who've been up there for the past 5 years, including this class that is up there who is up there and getting ready to break, or they're still there just there for the summer. But one of the biggest things that happened is, a lot of people, you cannot you can't. That's the reason why they've been trying for us to build this version of Internet Explorer, which, it's really much, there's just been so many hits, one after the other, we haven't had time to. But we had a meeting, and in that meeting, the body said that basically doesn't matter what happened. Doesn't matter what the EPA said, doesn't matter, what's going on. Basically, the show goes on. Excuse me. Basically, everything keeps going as it is. Construction continues. If you're up there, you will continue.
Well, you just heard from him. The government body doesn't care what the people went up there and saying this job site, health-wise, is dangerous. Unless they tell them point blank, shut down right now, they're not going to listen. So they're putting brothers and sisters, free volunteers, in danger.
The progress that you're doing, unless we're totally halted by the state government, which we haven't. But basically, everything will go on as it shall. And at that point, two sisters decided to get very upset and emotional, and they left. While they were leaving Bethel, they were cursing up a storm. While they were packing the things to leaving, and I guess they called their mates on the way out. Also, it happened with two brothers who have wives up there, and another sister also left throughout the last week, and also two other people who left, because no matter what, it may not be that you have just married people who have been separated because of the Walk Hill project. Everybody has a family, a friend who's affiliated or has been there. Me personally, I've been there, and me personally, my parents demanded after the information was shared about the contamination, they demanded me to get a physical, and they did, which I should be getting everything back by Monday, but everybody, it's like very, very quiet. Everybody, that's what everybody wants, the body to stay, but it's not happening whatsoever. Basically, they've been there, like I said, the biggest thing is they've been there for years. I was there for a couple months, and I'm afraid of my result. Some of them have been there for years, and then one of the things when I was talking to Rick is that I just remembered on the way when I was leaving, I remember that when I was leaving, I was walking through, and I was talking to the sister, and I was asking what is she doing, because they were pulling back this land that was, they couldn't build, what they were trying to build there, but it wasn't able to be built, so it was already, the land was already tilled. And I remember she told me what she was doing is that her and the other sisters were going to build a little garden so that they could have fresh fruits. Not fresh fruits, fresh vegetables and herbs. So, instead of getting their stuff shipped over, they could have fresh vegetables and fresh herbs whenever they want. So that's, doubling this. Basically, the whole place is contaminated. And these people need medical attention as soon as possible to see, how bad it's gone. There's also, there's a huge lawsuit where the whole town is suing this company. Not actually, they can't sue the company because it's gone, but the subsidiaries and the conglomerates who used to back the company, which are still around. It kind of looks like Washoe might be jumping on that bandwagon as well. but it's just very much insane the amount of talk that we've actually doubled our amount of people who we have during our Bible meetings, which are separate from everybody else's. Everybody's speaking up about how dangerous it is over there to be over there in the fur. It was dangerous back then when I started, like I said. But it's you can even imagine how people I don't know how people are there right now and actually staying there. I told Rick there's people that are still taking tours, still doing all this other stuff. They're still having a great old time, like everything's fine. Which we know for a fact is not fine. The EPA, their findings were made public. These aren't things that people don't know. There's been toxic waste. They don't know where exactly it is, but they know that it's toxic enough and it's dangerous enough that it actually seeps into the groundwater. It's dangerous enough that it can kill someone overexposure. It can give cancer. It can give God knows how many other ailments. It can hurt your developmental of your children if you have children in the future, and so on and so forth. And they're just very happy to sweep it under the rug and say the show must go on because we're leaving in 2017. So that's the really big thing that's been happening. And then what actually really funny is during the arguments and the going home, they let go of they actually published didn't publish, they put on the broadcast morning worship at the Mountain Front, a very mouthpiece, not a mouthpiece, brother, committee member. He's a gopher. He may be an older brother, but he's a gopher for the committee, and talking about to not listen to evil men, and who are those evil men, and he gave he went into first going into one direction, and then it goes into a totally okay direction. Basically saying you can see that the main topic is don't let anything distract you. Don't listen to gossip. Don't listen to what people say on the internet. Don't listen to news articles and things like that, because just like that, Eve could have been tricked and stuff like that, and then it just turns all the way around and they make it about something else. It's actually very, you guys can.
Sorry about distraction. I have cows out here. Well, you just heard this person's parents told him, go to the doctors, get a physical. And you heard what he said. He did. He doesn't know what the results is, and he's thinking that the results is going to be bad. People, Jehovah's work on world headquarters in New York City. I got a question, and I want y'all to seriously think about it. Why would a God that has one-on-one communication with the governing body will allow the governing body to leave New York City and to build a new headquarters for their God Jehovah? And this God Jehovah knows what was under the ground that would, you could say, it could kill people. The toxic waste could get into the water source. People could be drinking poison, getting cancers and stuff like that. It's something we can't play around. Please. Do your research. Thank you. Have a nice day.